Hello, I'm Gary Alexander, your state representative from the 20th District. I represent Lewis County and parts of Thurston County, including the cities of Bacota, Maytown, Rochester, Tenino, and parts of Rainier. I'm reporting to you from the 2009 session here in Olympia. Earlier this week, the House of Representatives took the first step, albeit a very small one, in dealing with our state's $6 billion deficit. In gross, substitute House Bill 1694, which I supported, implements just over $630 million in cost savings for the rest of the current biennium. That's less than 10% of the gap we need to close. I was hoping we could do more. Unless we implement more savings, we're just delaying the inevitable. We're going to have to cut more out of this budget eventually. Why not make those cuts now and gain the cost savings associated with early implementation? House Republicans offered an amendment to cut deeper into bloated government spending, but that amendment was defeated by the majority party. I still voted in favor of the final bill, though a small step, it's a step in the right direction. While the majority party continues to struggle with how they're going to fill a $6 billion budget hole they helped create, by the way, it's important for us to remember that we need to make fundamental changes to the structure of the budgeting process. Business as usual will only get us right back into the same mess down the road. I'm co-sponsoring legislation that will allow more public input into the budget process. House Bill 1654 establishes a period of public and legislative review for the state's major appropriation bills. I call it the Budget Sunshine Act because it would require a 5-day waiting period before either legislative body could vote on the operating, capital, or transportation budgets. For the most part, the actual budget never sees the light of day before it is brought to the floor for a full vote. We need to allow legislators and the public, you, enough time to give input when deciding the state's most important issues. While the legislation won't necessarily help us get out of the current $6 billion budget hole, it would help shed some light on the upcoming budget proposals and the impacts of our decisions. I'm also co-sponsoring a balanced budget requirement with House Bill 1655. It's important that we immediately dispel any notion we're going to borrow money to pay for the state's everyday operating expenses. As the budget shortfall continues to grow, every option will be considered. This is one option that should be off the table, that of borrowing money to pay for everyday expenses. It's bad fiscal policy and will lead us to more problems down the road. Another bill I'm supporting is House Bill 1902, which would eliminate all the dedicated accounts contained in this near general fund. These accounts, such as the Health Savings Services account, the Education Legacy Trust account, and the Water Quality account, would simply be rolled up into the general fund. I'm always hearing from constituents that the budget terms used by the state are far too complicated for the layman to follow. Terms like near general fund and near general fund state have no meaning to you in the public and causes frustrations. They want to know two basic things when hearing about the budget: how much money we have coming in and how much is going to go out. If you see an area the state government needs to address, or if you have questions or concerns, particular issue, please feel free to contact me. We are a representative form of government which works best when everyone is involved. Your input, your ideas, your concerns are what's driving us toward finding solutions. So please keep the ideas coming. I want to encourage you to call me with your questions and opinions about the budget or any other matter. You can use my direct line, 360-786-7990. Again, that's 360-786-7990, or the toll-free hotline, or just send me a message by email. And don't forget to check my web pages for news. Again, this is Gary Alexander, representative of the 20th District, talking to you from the 2009 legislative session. Thank you very much.